Hi Bob, I'm Greg from Yellow, and thanks for meeting with me today to discuss your marketing needs. I'd like to kick off just by looking at what we're going to cover off on today. Initially, we're going to look at your marketing that you currently have with us, look at the reporting around that, and just make sure that the return on investment that you're getting is where it needs to be. Secondly, I've done a bit of research around your business, your website, how consumers are finding you in the current marketing environment. I'd like to share some of that information with you. And finally, we'll have a look at those two things together and just make sure that the advertising mix that we have got set up for you is the best one possible and that we're able to maximise your return on investment. So that's what we're going to cover off on the next hour. I'd like to kick off just initially, just to remind you a little bit about Yellow and how we've changed over the last 138 years, really. Obviously started off with the print directory and then stuck with that for about 115, 120 years. Then moved into Yellow Online, which is the product that you've got at the moment. However, what you may not be aware is we've now moved into being a full one solution product suite for small and medium-sized businesses such as yours. So not only do we have the Yellow Pages Online, but all the different ways that people can find you on Google, like search engine optimization to make your own website appear high up that rank, Google Ads, so Yellow SEM, that's where we can position your business up the top of those search results for the things that you want to focus on within your business. We also do awareness type advertising from a digital standpoint as well. So digital display ads, so those ads where you see your business appear on other people's websites just to get your brand out there, and also social ads as well. So when you're on Facebook and you see ads pop up, the idea there is we can get your business and your message out into people who are likely to be interested in your type of services in your area as well. And we've also moved into some business type solutions as well. Pocket Office is what we use, and that allows you to market into your existing client base via email marketing, but also take bookings and even invoice clients and take payments online as well. So like I said, initially we'll kick off by having a look at the website. And the website is a critical part of a marketing solution, as it's really the center or the core of where all your advertisers end up. So like with Yellow Pages Online, people can call you from your solution, but they can also click through to your website. If a consumer or a potential consumer finds you online via Google or Bing or even in social or a display ad, they're ultimately going to end up at your website. So it's important that your website is able to handle this business that comes in and that it's able to convert that at the highest possible rate to make sure that you're getting as many phone calls or as many leads out of all the marketing that you do around that whole digital world as what you possibly can. So let's kick off by having a little look at your website. Actually, sorry, first let's have a look at your existing marketing that you've got with us. You've got your Yellow Pages Online solution, and that's actually viewed or appears 4,923 times over the last 12 months. Now, it's been clicked on 151 times. That's your profile page, but also driving people to your website. And although 5 people have actually clicked on the link on a mobile device to actually call you, the majority of the calls we've been unable to track because we don't have a call tracking number set up on your solution. So although the views and the clicks would demonstrate good value for money for your sort of business, which is a very high ticket item, what it'd be a great thing to do would be to set up call tracking on your solution so that every time somebody calls you from your Yellow Pages advertising, we can track that call. And then next time we sit down and have a look at your reporting, we can actually tell you exactly how many calls and contacts and leads are coming into your business for the investment that you make with Yellow Pages. So although it's not a big investment, it's important to always know for everything you do what your return on investment is for each of those different products. So is that something you're interested in me setting up for you moving forward? Fantastic. Okay, I'll make sure that I've got that all set up before I leave here today. So like I said earlier, what I'd like to look at first is your website and make sure that the leads that we're sending there from Yellow and also the leads that are getting to your website from other forms of advertising are able to get to your website, find what they need and convert into a lead for you. So when we look at your website, initially when I've gone through there and I've done my research, I've noticed that you're primarily a higher end builder focusing on custom designs, focusing on architecturally designed homes as well, and probably focusing at that higher end of the market. Would that be right? Yeah, fantastic. And your website does portray that very well. The other thing I think I could work out from there is you're mainly focusing on the Adelaide market and also the coastal regions around Adelaide, and probably even specialising in those coastal type properties. Would that be right? Fantastic. And if there was any type of consumers or any type of customers that were looking that are the ideal customer to you, what are those type of customers? What would they be searching for? Okay, so things like custom built homes, architecturally built homes, coastal home builder, those sort of things. Fantastic. Okay, what I've also done in regards to your website is done a little technical review on the technical aspects of the site for you. And the reason we do this is to make sure that, again, if we are going to send leads to your website, we want to make sure that they're able to get onto the website in a timely manner, get the information they need and convert into a lead and then a sale for you. So the primary things we look at are mobile speed and mobile friendliness. Really important these days, as over 50% of customers actually start their search from a mobile device these days. And the good news is your website is extremely fast. It loads in 2.4 seconds on a mobile device. Google recommends anything under 3 seconds as a excellent speed for a mobile load for a website. So that's fantastic. It's optimized for a small device, for a mobile device, and it looks great on that mobile device. Also, something that's important now is that a website is built on the latest secure platform. So you notice sometimes you see a website start off with HTTPS. That means it's on the latest secure site as opposed to the old HTTP architecture, which they're really phasing out, and Google's keen on websites moving across to that new architecture from a security point of view. So there's some good things there in regards to your website and the fact that people are going to get on there quickly, find what they need, and be able to convert into that phone call or that lead for you. One thing I did notice is that on your website, from a technical standpoint, there was a broken link detected. And when I went in there and had a look, it's a broken link that if I pop back onto your site here, and we go back down to the bottom of the page here, in the About Us section, you can see if I hover over that, down in the bottom left, you can see that's actually taking me to a location page. And if I click on that, you'll notice that that's actually taking me to a broken link. So just a bit of free advice really, but tidying things like that up on your website will ensure that your website is performing at its optimum, that Google can find the pages that consumers are looking for in their search results, and that we have the right experience there for potential customers that are landing on your site as well. So you notice that that's taken us to a page is missing or move site. So on a whole, your website is set up really well. I have no dramas in driving more traffic to your site, but I will send you this report, which along with this broken link, there's a couple of other little things in there that they're only minor, but you'll be able to have a look at and pass on to your web developer to fix up for you. Next thing we look at is when a website is set up correctly, we want to make sure that we know what people are searching for when they're looking for your types of products or services. So what I like to do there is I like to jump into the back end of Google and put in the type of things that you do in your area. So we've got Adelaide, and I've also got Victor Harbor and Gore, so those coastal regions. What are they searching for when I put in, I've got home builder, custom homes, coastal builder, and builder. So Google then goes in and looks at all the words that are associated with those words and gives me a whole list of all the things that people searched for in the last 30 days that would be relevant to those words that I've typed in up the top. And you can see that builder is obviously a very big one, builders as well, but there is a lot of searches for the type of things that you do as well. So if you have a look here, we've got custom home builders, We've got custom built homes, new home constructions, and if we go down a bit further, there's architectural homes and things like that. But in regards to those custom style searches that people are doing, really custom built homes or custom home builders, that type of thing is what people are looking for. And would it be fair to say that they're the type of people, they're the type of searches that you're mostly looking to drive to your website because of the product that you have? Yeah, fantastic. So once we know what people are looking for and how many searches are actually out there, and it's interesting for builders in general, you can see there on this blue line here, around about 160,000 searches are performed every month for building type keywords and building type searches. Now, obviously, not all of those relate to the type of building that you do, but you can see there is a lot of people looking for services in the building area in that Adelaide region on a monthly basis. And the red box there indicates the volume of mobile. So you can see that it's actually not quite half in your particular industry, but it's just under half of all searches are coming from those mobile devices. So once we know what people are actually searching for, it's then important to understand how they search. Okay, and a great place to start that search is where everybody else would start their searches from. So just to ask you a really basic question, when somebody's looking for a product or service these days online, where does that search start from? Yeah, it starts from Google. So what I've done is I've done a couple of searches here for the type of things that you're interested in your consumers being able to find you for. So the first one is custom home builder. And what I'd like to do is just take you on a little tour here of the 3 different ways that people can find you on a Google search results page. And the first one is with those Google ads up the top, and you can see there's 4 of them up there. And the beauty of the Google ads and what their key differentiator are in regards to the 3 ways that you can appear on a Google search result page are those Google ads. You can be very, very specific about what it is that is typed into Google that will make your ad appear. So you can focus on the custom home builders, you can focus on the architecturally built homes, you can focus on the coastal builders, and you can make sure that you're only positioning yourself and only paying for clicks for the exact type of searches that are likely to be consumers that would be happy to do business with you. And it also positions you up the top of the page, sometimes at the bottom of the page, but certainly on page 1, which is obviously really important. And research shows that about 20 to 30% of consumers do click on those Google paid ads. Okay. The next way that you can appear on a Google search results page is in the organic section. Okay, and that's the maps here, which are great if somebody's searching, in the physical location of your business. But if they're searching outside of your actual physical suburb, then you're looking to try and have yourself appear in this organic section down here, which is where really 70 to 80% of people are actually clicking. So the idea here is to make sure that in a generic search, like this one here, which doesn't have a location in it, custom home builder, you'd try to get your website to appear up in this section up the top here. And you do that by having a company such as us engage in optimization for your website, and it's work done on your website, the back end of your website, and even off of your website, making sure that Google understands that for searches like custom home builder, that your business and your website is the one that's most relevant to the people that are making those sort of searches in your area. So that's the second way that you can appear on a Google search result page. The third way is when people do a more local search. Okay, and by a local search, I mean they include an actual physical location in their search. So you can see here I've got home builder in Glenelg, which is one of the suburbs within Adelaide that you do build homes in. And you can see when people do a location search, you've still got your paid ads up the top, but in the organic section, the website listings, or those organic website listings, tend to drop out a little bit and be replaced by directory type listings. So you can see here the first organic listing in a local search for Glenelg is Yellow Pages. Second one is Home Improvement Pages. So you can see the directories really take prominence in those local searches. And Yellow Pages, particularly being the largest directory in Australia, does hold a lot of prominence in those first 3 spots across most local searches. And your listing that you've got at the moment in Yellow Pages, that is specifically to cover you for those organic local searches, such as this one here. Now, as we were talking about earlier, on your website, the type of searches that you would like to appear for, which are those searches like custom home builder. At the moment, you don't have any paid ads, so you're not appearing in that to those 20 or 30% of people that are clicking up in the top section up the top. And you're also not appearing in the organic searches for your own website, which of course, if that's where 70 or 80% of people are clicking, it's a highly valuable and important place to search. And your business has been around for a long, long time. And really, the expectation really would be for a business like yours, for your key areas that you want to be known for, to appear within that organic section. So, and the difference also between paid ads and organic ads is that paid ads are more of an instant result. So as soon as we organise a solution for you around paid Google Ads, as soon as that goes live, you'll start getting inquiries and additional inquiries over and above what you're already getting straight into your business. With the search engine optimization and making your website appear higher up that rank, down the bottom here in the organic section, you don't buy the keywords, it's more around the work that we're doing on and off of your website, and it does take 2 or 3 months for that traction to start really kicking in until about the 5 or 6 month mark, when all of the websites that we look after and all the keywords that we look after for those websites, we've got 80% of them appearing on page 1 within that 6 months. So right now for your business, is it more important to drive additional leads? Do you feel like there's capacity in your business to take on additional work at the moment? There is, okay, fantastic. And what about that organic section, building up the reputation of your business, building up the relevance of your website and having your business appear high up in that organic area? Is that something that would be relevant or valuable to your business as well? Okay, so mainly in the coastal regions like Gore and Victor Harbor and those sort of areas. Okay, fantastic. So just to delve a little bit deeper into that now then, I'd just like to share with you another little bit of research I've done. And this is a little bit of research done on an external tool that we use that basically analyzes how effective your website is appearing in that organic section at the moment. And you can see there, that's a graph that is indicating that, or the amount of traffic that is getting to your website on a monthly basis from organic, from your website appearing organically in that organic section at the bottom of Google there. And you can see it's fairly static. Okay, it's been about the same for the last 12 months, which would indicate that you're not driving the business up and you're not increasing your ranking for the amount of people that are finding you on your website. When I go the next step and have a look at how many keywords actually trigger your website to appear on page 1 of Google, which of course is relevant because 97% of people are going to make the decision on page 1. These are the keywords that are triggering your website to appear on page 1 of Google. So you've got South Coast Construction, which is your business name, South Coast Builders, South Coast Construction, Middleton Builders, Coastal Home Designs, Coastal Home, Coastal Home, Coastal Home, and then South Coast Kitchen. So all of it is relating to the South Coast, basically, or coastal, which makes sense because when we do searches for builders in South Coast and even Middleton, as you can see there, and I did notice that it came up once in Victor Harbor as well, we were able to get your website to appear high up in that search results. But for any searches done within the Adelaide market and the Adelaide region, you're effectively invisible at the moment. So that's why the importance of some sort of organic ranking and probably in the short term, some sort of ranking up in the paid ads to make sure that people who are searching for a custom home builder or a architectural builder within the Adelaide region has you as an option, okay? Because at the moment, if they're starting their search within Google, which, like you said, is where most people are starting that search, you're simply not an option there at the moment. So let's have a look at the paid ads first.